All right, let's talk about finding your voice's secret power source. We're going to take a really common and super frustrating vocal problem and turn it into a powerful tool that you can access anytime. And trust me, it's way simpler than you might think.
Okay, so have you ever had this happen? You're about to speak, maybe you're in a big meeting, or just telling a story to friends, and all of a sudden your voice just gets stuck. It tightens up and it feels like you've completely run out of air. It's like you've hit a brick wall. Well, if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. It's a super common thing, and it almost always comes down to how we breathe when we get a little nervous.
And this is the culprit. It's called panic breathing. What happens is when we get anxious, our breath gets all shallow and it shoots right up into our chest. And that creates a ton of tension exactly where you don't want it: your throat, your shoulders, your upper body. It is, without a doubt, the #1 enemy of a strong, steady voice.
I love this analogy because it's just so perfect. Trying to speak from your chest, it's exactly like trying to squeeze that last little bit of toothpaste out of a tube that's pretty much empty. You're putting in all this effort, all this pressure, and what do you get? A tiny, weak little bit. You're just forcing it with your throat muscles because there's no real power, no air pressure coming from below. It's exhausting. And honestly, it just doesn't work.
Okay, but here's the good news. There is a simple, really powerful solution to get you out of that high-tension trap. We're going to tap into your body's natural power source to get that control back and find a much stronger, more reliable voice.
And here it is. We're calling it the belly balloon. It's really just a simple, memorable name for what's technically called diaphragmatic breathing. But belly balloon just makes it sound way more intuitive and easy, right? It's not some complicated vocal exercise.
So how does it work? It's incredibly straightforward. There are just 2 steps. Step 1, when you breathe in, forget about your shoulders. Don't lift them. Instead, just imagine there's a balloon in your stomach, and as you inhale, you're filling it up with air. Your belly actually pushes out. Then, step 2, when you breathe out to speak, you just let that balloon gently deflate and your belly moves back in. That's it. Seriously, that is the core of this whole thing.
And this right here is the game changer. Let's look at the difference. With that tense chest breath, your shoulders go up, your throat gets tight. But with the belly balloon, your shoulders stay totally relaxed and it's your stomach that moves. You're literally shifting from high tension to steady power. And the result? A deeper, much steadier voice.
All right, so why does this simple little shift work so well? Well, the logic behind it is actually super simple. And a couple of quick analogies are going to make it crystal clear.
This is what we call 5-year-old logic, because it's just that simple and brilliant. Think about a kid blowing bubbles. You can't make a big, awesome bubble with a tiny, shallow breath from your chest, right? No way. But a big, deep breath that fills up your whole tummy, that gives you the long, steady stream of air you need. Your voice works on the exact same principle.
Or, hey, think about it this way. A car can't drive without gas, right? Your breath is the gas for your voice. It's the fuel. So if you try to talk on an empty tank, which is exactly what you're doing with shallow chest breathing, your engine, your voice, is going to sputter and stall out. The belly balloon is all about one thing: making sure you've got a full tank of gas before you start talking.
Okay, so enough of the why, let's get to the how. Because the best part about this whole thing is that you can start practicing it like right now, today. We're going to walk through 3 super easy ways to put this into practice and start feeling the difference immediately.
So we've got 3 different ways to practice. You can think of them as easy mode, medium mode, and challenge mode. It's a great way to build up the skills step by step. First up, easy mode. We call it the hand check. And seriously, you can do this right now. Go ahead, put one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Now, just take 5 slow, easy breaths. Your only job is to make sure the hand on your belly moves out and in. The hand on your chest, it should stay perfectly still. This gives you that instant physical feedback that you're on the right track. All right, ready for medium mode? This is the S timer. You're going to take 1 deep belly balloon breath, and then on the way out, you'll make a long, steady S sound, kind of like a slow leak from a tire. The goal here is to keep that S sound totally smooth and even for as long as you can. This is an amazing exercise for building breath support, which is really just your ability to control your exhale. And that is absolutely essential for smooth speaking. And finally, we've got challenge mode, the standing start. This is where we take it out into the real world. So next time, right before you walk into a meeting or before you unmute yourself on a call, just pause. Take 1 deliberate belly balloon breath, then use all that air to power your entire first sentence.
I promise you will feel the difference immediately. You'll feel the power coming from your core, not from your throat.
So let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway here? If you remember just one thing, what should it be? Well, it's all about changing where you think your voice comes from. It's this. Your power comes from your core, not your throat. Simple as that. Your throat is just the pipeline. The engine is down in your diaphragm. And once you really truly get that, man, it changes everything about how you speak, especially when you're under pressure.
And that really brings us to the end here. Look, this isn't just some theory to think about later. This is a tool you can use in the very next moment to completely change how you feel and how you sound. So, the only question left is, are you ready to reset your breathing right now?